All right, all right. See the woman clothed with the sun, the moon under her feet. Many don't know what Nibiru is, but you look at it. The New Jerusalem. It's located in your stars. It has come down, the kingdom, but only select a few are allowed to see it. Revelation chapter 12. See the cherub wing, garment, cloud, moon, not moon, you know, Utut moon. We'll come back to that. And then you have the woman. There it is. Birth dead. Birth dead. Zoom in. You will notice the heart and the mind of the Lord. Who knows the mind of the Lord? Your Bible asks you. Cerebium. Right. Cerebium. Inside flows the issues of heart. Out, it's the heart chakra of the Most High. And in the center of all things, there you will find it. That's what it says, right? That is your universe, right? Okay. Two circles together makes the Vestapisa. Currently you call parallel worlds. Earth 1, Earth 2. Only if you knew. Your Bible. How about we go there? There it is in real time. The apple. The beast. The snake. The dragon. The man. Tells a story. Holds all records, right? It's not my word. That's what y'all words say. So, how about we get into it? Preferably this middle one right here. Adonai, I love you. My strength. Adonai is my rock, my fortress, deliverer, my love, my rock, and whom I find shelter, my shield. Did I not just show you Orion Nebula? That's what you call it. I call it the gospel. Original word that was spoken. Saves me, my stronghold. I call on Yahuwah or Adonai. You say the Lord, who is worthy of praise, and I am saved from my enemies. Just in case you thought I was making up something. See, Lord, Lord. For the cords, who can release them? Chains of Orion, or the cords of death surround me. The floods of, Balel terrified me. The ropes of Sheol were wrapped around me. The snares of death lay there before me. In my distress, I called on Yahuwah, Adonai, the Lord. I cried out, my Yah. You say God. Out of his temple, he heard my voice. Doesn't that sound like Jonah? But it was not Jonah. It was the spirit inside of Jonah. Then the earth quaked and shook, like Matthew chapter 27, verse 50 through 54, and the graves was opened up. But they call it mountains trembled. They were shaken because he was angry. Smoke arose from his nostrils, out of his mouth. Devouring fire, sparks, blaze forth from him. Let's read that over here. Smoke went out from his nostrils and consumed it, consuming fire. Hebrews chapter 12:29. Our daddy is a consuming fire. Out of his mouth, at which coals were kindled, aka asteroids, meteorites. Just want to make sure we had hit that right on the noggin. He rode upon the cherub, the clouds, right? We flip over here. He rode upon the cherub and flew. Did I just show you that cloud? And upon his wings in the wind, he made darkness his hiding place. Oh, really? Just like at the cross. Thick clouds, dark with water, not without water like Jude. From the brightness before him, like the bright cloud mean nebula. There broke through his thick clouds, hailstones, and fiery coals. Job asked y'all, who knows the father of hail and snow? We just showed you the father and the mother of it. See how they play with you? Up, Adane also used Jupiter, the thunder in the heaven. Hyalan sounded his voice. Hailstones and fiery coals, meteorites and comets and asteroids, right? He sent out the arrows and scattered them, shot out lightning and routed them. The channels of the water appeared. The foundations of the world was exposed at your rebuke. Hadane, at the blast of your breath from your nostrils. He sent from on high. He took me and pulled me out of the deep water. Astral space. He rescued me from my powerful enemy, the adversary, from those who hated me, for they were stronger than I. They came against me on my day of disaster. But Adonai was my support. He brought me out to an open place. He rescued me because he took pleasure in me. Yahuwah rewarded me for my uprightness. He repaid me because my hands were clean. For I have kept the ways of Yahuwah, wisdom and love. I have not done evil by leaving my love. For all his rulings were before me, which is wisdom. I did not distance his regulations from me. Proverbs chapter 8. I was pure-hearted with him and kept myself from my sin. See? Now, I got to flip mode on him real quick. And flip over here to Psalms real quick. Get the boring stuff out the way. Look to the far left. Protect me, Adonai, Yahuwah, Lord, from the power of the wicked. Sound like deja vu, right? Keep me safe from violence, the people that plot my downfall. The proud, look at this. The proud have set a trap for me and have laid their snares along the path, have set traps to catch me. I say, Yahuwah, you are my love. Hear my cry for help. Oh, Yah, my sovereign Yahuwah, my strong defender, you have protected me in battle. See? Yahuwah, don't give the wicked what they want. Don't let their plots succeed. Don't let the enemies be victorious. Make their threats against me fall back on them. May red, here go the asteroids again. May red hot coals fall on them. May be thrown into the pit and never get out. May those who are accused falsely not succeed. May evil overtake violent people and destroy them. Really? Yahuwah, I know that you defend the cause of the poor and the rights of the needy. The righteous will praise you indeed. They will live in your presence. They will dwell with you. That's definitely Revelations chapter 21. But where is this place? Well, did you know there are elemental forces above your head? I know Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12, give you a little descriptive. It goes a little something like this. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may withstand the wiles of the devil. Because man don't fight flesh and blood, for he wrestles against principalities, strongholds, evil imaginations, and dark powers above his head, called the influence of the stars. What star? Dark don't mix with light and light don't mix with dark, but there's a darker dark called chaos in the void, where there's no light or vibration or frequency or thought of the Most High, written in the book of Psalms. Yes, even he's in Sheol. Wow, something to think about. So, we go to Second Peter. These principalities and powers that we're talking about. That was Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11 through 12. But now I'm in Second Peter, chapter 3. We're talking about something about elements going to get burnt up, like the same elemental forces in Galatians chapter 4, 1 through 9. Those would teach you the power, how to use God. Yes, you are heirs, but we're immature. That verse. And keep going. It says, once you taste Christ, why would you go back to the beggarly elements? Like, that's like, don't do this, don't do that. Babysitter. But anyway. Let's make some sense, script upon script, right? So, here we are, the coming day of the Lord, or Yahuwah. Above all, you must understand that in the last days, scoffers. How many people say, oh, that's an old word. Why you still believe in that Bible? The blasphemous things they say, right? Little do they know, kind of like that the cross. Forgive them. They don't know what they do. These are desires coming out of them, meaning what's supposed to get judged? Even Daddy don't judge the flesh. But he will get to the root of the problem, and that will drop the flesh. Yes, well, it's not his fault. They will say, where is this coming? See? Y'all hear that? He promised. Ever since our ancestors died, everything goes on as it has since the beginning of the universe. Some of y'all don't know what creation means. But, you see that but? That's everything that was said is out of here, buddy. They deliberately forget that long ago, by the love of the word, the heavens came into being. Isn't that right? For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten self. Whoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life, followed by whatever I speak, heaven and earth will pass, but my words will stay. See? That loving word that you're supposed to be. Not a book or, what you think. Let's keep going, though. Okay, so your zodiac and everything up there that is of you that influence this video game you call the body. By these waters, 6. Also, the universe of that time was deluged and destroyed. By the same word, the present heavens and earth are reserved for, fire, being kept for the day of judgment. Whoa, what is a solar flare? What is going on here? And destruction. Oh, that's definitely happening. Earthquakes everywhere, all that. Of the ungodly. Told y'all. You crying over devils for. But do not forget this one thing, dear friends. With Yahuwah, a day is like 1,000 years. Because he was made a little lower than the angels, and that's a genie, and they only have a lifespan of 1,000 and 1,500 years if the spirit is with them. If the spirit not with them, them monkey niggas won't see past 120. That's what your book say. Because the law was always for lawless cats, and all 11 dimensions and 11 types of them are lawless. Start with Shaitan, the Mildred, the married, so on. We went over them, right? And you find out some of them angels is fairies. Yeah, some of those lucky charms in your Bibles start coming out now because you know the truth. Yahuwah is not slow in keeping his promise, as some understand slowness. Instead, he is patient because he's going to cook all the monkeys with you, not wanting anyone to perish, but everyone to come to repentance. But the day of Yahuwah will come like a thief. The heavens will disappear, with a roar. The elements, there go that word again, elementals, periodic table, up and down. That means your body, inner and outer, because it's made by the same elemental forces. be destroyed by fire. Which you know that. You know that. You know that. Stop playing. And the earth and everything done in it will be laid bare. Look at that now. Your heavenly bodies now. Look over here. This book get real deep on your heavenly bodies now. Let's be specific out this joint. Now, we got one more boring thing while we had to read about the elemental forces. Okay? Mr. Angel Rowland been doing mad videos, if y'all been catching them. If not, don't worry. I'm going to play a couple of them. You know how we do it. But this is called a dust moppet. Mop it. A Muppet baby. You know what I'm saying? You know how you do with them, one of them little what is it called? Little Swiffer mop. Out there gets like the Raggedy Andy type look. Throw that mug away, right? Well, what is this Muppet? It says that it is, there go that word again, elemental being, native to the great skies. It's one of them sky spirits, one of them baby daddies in the sky. The spiritual realm also use star seeds. Yeah. Born from a union of air and earth. Look at that. Not even a spirit. Ooh, that hurt. That's what you call earthbound, terrestrial, reincarnated, trap niggas. All right. So it say, though physically unimposing, and magically, boy, you know this ain't the Most High. As soon as you see that magic, you can go and cut that. Weaker than the full-fledged elementals. So you need to know your enemy. Y'all out here calling real things mythological, then look stupid and agree with the science, whom is saying the same thing as the mythological. Man, you don't want like no schizo spiritual out here like that. You want the truth. Like when you speak, even the universe bow down. If not a now, another nigga listen. You heard? Yeah, like powder, not a now, another. But I do believe your book say Noah was the only one. Though 8 niggas were saved through him as a reflection of him being saved by the Christ. Good God Almighty. That was too much for folks. The book say only he was holy or perfect. The rest of them, because they loved him. And they was grafted on in. But he was the only one player. Read your Bibles. Read your books. Read your Qurans. I know I'm not the only one pay attention, does I? So, Moses was the only one. Next thing I know, it's 12 tribes of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, God, you out here putting first fruit seeds and niggas multiply with more seeds. But you the first fruit where there ain't no lump in the leaven. You know what I mean? So, that tells you the difference between us and him. The appearance of these trap mouth monkeys, right? Y'all just going to get used to my mouth. What I'm saying, like, when I know I'm fighting opposing spirits, it get real for me. You know what I'm saying? Because now I get to breathe these things to other folks. Obviously, we are fighting the same things. But I've been waiting a long time to get stuff like this out. So it says that they move, leaving behind a faint trail. Me and you call that a comet, an asteroid. Something like that, you know? Meteorite storm. But on the ground, what would you call that? Mr. Twister. Whirlwind. But that's the spirit. Yeah, I mean, all angels win, and just because you got the north wind today, tomorrow, it's not the same breath wind. You might got one of the mythological Bell gods. Destruction. See, we solar wind. Everything we do is dealing with the soul. Solar system, solar wind, solar breath. See what I'm getting with this? We don't say sun system. We say soul, the great soul. You see where we're getting with this? But look, that's a counterfeit now. That's like looking at a map now. Though the map is the city, it ain't. It's tell you how to get there. You know what I'm saying? Or show you what you're supposed to, you know what I'm saying, expect. But it ain't the actual done data. So when you're looking at the astrology, remember, GPS. That's it. It's a counterfeit camouflage, baby. All you're supposed to do is look, get the information, and end up where you're supposed to be. All right? Okay, so I'm trying to make that easy as possible, speaking 70 different god doggone faiths, dealing with the same most high. All right? It's hard out here. People got drifting minds, okay? So when it says they possess rough, granular skin, oh really? The color of packed ash, if we ain't describing a god doggone asteroid, with dry soil and impish features, such as long pointed nose, jagged teeth, perpetual sneer and a frown, large expressive eyes that often look mournful or annoyed, the tattered wings that appear to be woven from the dust, motes, and wind. See, we're dealing with elementals, baby. The same thing that makes your stomach filtrate like the sewer system on its own without you telling it every second to do what it do. Feel me? So as you can see within yourself, boy, there's a lot of things got a mind of its own. The blood pump its own. It's made out of iron. Why am I saying that? Because that's in the solar system of the space called periodical elemental table. So who knows the mind of the Lord? So Christians don't think I'm crazy, you know? And scientists who just love science, you know? And so your monkey ass, who breath you observing? All right, so I gotta snatch everybody's balls without pointing a finger of judgment where they can receive the information and see for themselves where the breath lie them in their life. That makes sense, y'all? So, to some, it might look like I'm bouncing around or talking in circles. Or why is he saying 7 different languages but different names? Do you know how many people I talk to? You should pay attention to the comments. So, when that faith hears their part of the section, and they don't know what Brother BC is doing. It's called You and I in the breath, called universe. Right? You and I is in his breath, spoken by the great wisdom of the mother. Right? Okay, so their bodies constantly process erosion. Look at that. These are going to be very important facts. You know, Korah, something happened. It was sucked up in the earth. I call that a black wormhole. I don't know about you. You know what I'm saying? But that's all right. We got videos to show you happening in our time. 3025. You might say, being a day behind, 2025. Thus, moppets, best described as miserable malcontents. They are marked by a strange mix of sarcastic wit, endlessly complaint, and unshakable fatalism. Everything annoys them from loud noises. What did Moo Moo tell God doggone Inky? Kill all of them niggas down there. They won't shut up. I'm trying to sleep. Well, you know where the Sumerian gods came from. All right, moving right along. On the other side of the sun, that's what they say, in the outer darkness. Hey, I'm not children of the dark, I'm children of the light, nigga. So it say, despite the miserable outlook, dust moppets, surprisingly tenacious in battle, pressing forward with biting, clawing, and breath attacks. Even, what did Mark do? A magical spell with the winds. Oh boy, they ripping these niggas up without saying their name, ain't they? But we're talking about elemental forces, though. But that's your Nibiru and all your gods worship and your little Bibles and your little whatever you got. There's religion, okay? Listen to the word. Legion. There's gin in it. So it say, although they relatively are minor beings, dust moppets have suit of abilities to make them a nuisance. That's what we call demons. I'm saying, old soft fate in combat for survival situations alike. With their dust breath, here we go. Dust you shall eat all the days of your life. That's what it said? Okay. Then can breath, a 15-foot cone of gritty. Wow. You see how it tells you it's different shapes? It got teeth like a vampire. Now all of a sudden it's back to an asteroid. See? And once in a few minutes, the dust breath causes itchy skin, burning eyes, disorientation, reduced accuracy of discomfort, and unprotected targets. The dust breath is particularly effective against spellcasters relying on line of sight and enemies in arid or desert environments. Spirit roam in dry places and can't find a home and go back and get 7 more worse than him. Then they go back into the man's zodiac house and control him by influence. That man's in worse than state than what he was the first time. See? We just dealing with one elemental force. The dust mop, it does so much. It's in the moisture or high humidity, regeneration entirely. That's not resurrection. Dust moppets are hotly debated among scholars, leading to several competing school of thoughts. Now, in these videos, everything I just read to you on this page, well, really, the Bible too. That's why we was, going through all of that. All right? Because a couple of months ago, I think we've been hitting on this for about a year now. A couple of months ago, I seen something that was talking about Saturn, and I was like, wow, that looks kind of freaky-ish. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of funny right there. Little did I know in the future, right now, where we at presently, that I will be doing the video again. But before I do that, remember we talked about when there was no solar light, there was just a wisdom light. Because, those that were of the Most High, what they need a damn sun for? They the light. I mean, a light, bright like Christ. What would you want light? So we can see that since the 144,000, somewhere up there, I have on my Facebook Reels. I think I have it on YouTube. If not, it's on my Facebook Reels. Man, it's 10:30 at night. It should be dark. Man, I got high noon with the color of the sky of high noon. But there's no sun or moon. This must have been how it was. So, if the 144,000 is the light with the saints and angels and Most High, that's pretty bright, right? So, what would light us up, or what you think is called the day, but has always been the day of Yahuwah, that never goes out? Some like to say the city of the sun that never stops shining. Because that's my question. If the sun goes out at a certain point of the year for 3 days, that monkey nigga definitely ain't the Most High, because there ain't no darkness in the Most High. From the beginning, before the beginning, and in the end. And beyond the end, however you want to say it. So, I mean, nature sure gonna tell you if it has the full essence of the power. So what's the solar sun with healing wings? Someone say center of the earth. But it been covered by darkness. Most High said, I'm gonna cover myself up with a dark cloud. I just read that to you. And you little basic you think I'm reading the boring stuff for? When we get deep now, I don't wanna hear, oh, I don't understand. Nope. That's why I went simple. That's how I build my houses. So start from the ground, then put the doggone wall up, then put the roof up, then put the walls. Okay, now it's time to show out the house. Now it's time to put the electricity in. It's time to do stuff that, normal people can't do. That's it. So that's what we're about to do. About to take off. All right, so don't say I ain't warning you. Now, all this is in space. That's just one thing. But I'm particularly hitting the dust because Second Peter, all those elementals gonna be burnt up. Heaven and earth shall pass away. I'll roll it up like a scroll, right? All right, let's make sure I cover everything. Let's go back to the video. Let's go back to the picture, right? Where we have the womb, the heart, and we have the mind. You see the 2 cerebriums of the brain. Who knows the mind of the Lord? But see, that's your Orion. That's the blood of Abel spilled. Formerly, you later found out Christ was slain before the foundations of the earth. You see the apple? Everything is in the story. There go the Vesta. peace sticker. See? Two circles put together, you got a circle in the middle, but it's like a half crescent. Now, why is that important? We'll come back to that. Some of y'all call it sun dogs, but that's not what it is. It's showing you the portal gate opening. We'll come back to that. Remember this? Sure you do. That's that glob I was talking about, that circle. Before I get into that, I show you Mr. Rowland some very valuable information here. Pause. Now I want you to understand the three things it takes to make or see a rainbow. One, you need a glass. Two, you need mist droplets. Three, you need the most high light. Not any light, the most high light. You know how many lights the most high have? Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for my, I can plug up the, whatchamacallit, the speaker. I'm in the dark, so it's hard. I'll turn on this light real quick. It might not let me turn on my light because I'm recording. Bingo! Kind of figured. Hold on. I'll be back, y'all. I got to turn on this light. I can't see it. All right, that's better. Right. There we go. Okay. Now, of course, Mr. Angel Rowland, camera is a glass. Let's see where we're getting with this. Because in heaven, it would be in heaven. But his camera is picking up a spirit that is camouflaged in the camera, so it comes up like this, a rainbow. Very important you use spiritual discernment. You see the mist of the water. You know the light source. Where's the glass? Of course, the one's recording. See? That's why your cameras can pick up certain things your eye lens can't when you're not on the frequency. It's because all spirits are water. If not water, they're fire. Because earth and air are made of both components. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so now you understand the dimensions, okay? Very important. Very wise that man caught that. Just for BC. What do y'all see here? You think that's your son? Green, blue, green, yellow, purple. Bunch of circles that they're hiding the flower of life. Why they hiding that? See? They're gonna tell you reflections. You know reflections because the reflections move with you. Little green dot right there, that's his reflection. Or the sun. Now that is reflection of his glass off the sun. What's the moon? The moon is the Orion Nebula reflecting through Saturn, Earth, because it has that gelatin see-through like structure. I don't know what to call it. I just figured out, we're going to know who Nibiru is. Yeah. Little red substance and little sun carrying it with wings going to drop something off out here. But the words say the moon is a light, not a substance. They call a lot of moons asteroids too, you know. Well, stay with me, stay with me. Jupiter. You say Zeus. See the spirits? Open them. Circles. See? That's not shadow, heat, lightning. That's something else. And someone else caught it, not just me. And he's saying Florida, but not my Florida, not my part of Florida. See that? angels. What are they doing? You sure ain't having a good time clubbing, I'd say that. And it's in the night, so it's definitely a fight. For who, though? Those that are chosen. This is what you're going to learn today. Now, let's get back to the topic. Look at the screen. Here we have the definition of eel, goo, or Jew to some of y'all. All right. What really is it? A sticky, slimy substance. Sticky sentiment. See how it's spelled? Belago. Belago. Largo is a spirit. Bell speaks for itself. Now, algorithm, it is gastric outlet obstruction. In condition of something that passage between your stomach, because you in the belly of the beast, right? Swallowed up like Jonah. That's why you died with Christ. That's why this body is fake and called a hologram, correct? Or are you on that level yet? We're not on that level yet? That was too deep? All right, we'll pipe down. Unaccountable now. What is goo gel? You say goo. You can use the goo, any thick, sticky substance, for example, mud or paste. Word. But today we call it graphene smart nano dust, right? That's very important because this belly of the beast. But that's not what you call it.
Sense the prison that you reside in. And that thing is what Saturn represents, which is Satan. Sorry. It's true. Well, there's a whole lot more stuff that goes along with it, but the bottom line is, welcome to the machine. You're in the skin. You're not getting out. And until you are released from this fleshly jail, you will be within the confines of that thing, whatever it is. There will be no rapture. You will die in your flesh, you will die. The word rapture, if you look it up, you're dead. We're all dead. That's why we wound up here. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you're in the valley of the bones. You are in between. It's not another.
See? So, there you have it. You make up a slide down in green pastures. Now, y'all remember that? Oh, I was right. 3 months ago. That was too deep for folks. Do you see that? How that looks like that? Yeah, we're about to mastermind them things together, baby. You'll see. So, remember this? Just the other day?
Tester Up is a scam. Only made $81.
This advertisement.
Okay.
Now has this great hall appeared. Really, it's truly a Buddha. My goodness, I've never seen anything like this before. Wow, it's so clear. Let me zoom in a bit more. Look, this part in the middle, it really looks like a
boom. Remember them guys, right? Remember I said the other day, I couldn't find the picture? Well, you know your boy Persistence. Man, I went in my pictures and I scrolled through all 10,000. I took another screenshot so I wouldn't have to do that again in front of y'all. So, remember, we're talking about that. A portal come out, a half a disc. This was at Jesus Christ, Michelangelo resurrection. He had what they thought UFOs. It was not. That's Merkabahs. Little do they know. Saying the same crap today. See, there it is in real life, real time. I made a tent for the sun. Psalms 19, 1 through 8. I'm not playing. So, where these guys at, man? Where the Anunnaki at, man? There you go. The Michelangelo picture I was talking about. See? The half semicircle. Talking about sundog. No, that's the portal, baby. Center of the earth, right there. You looking at it. See? Black goo, baby. You in outer darkness where the light don't touch, baby. There go Orion, Nebula. Not no damn moon. You see how red that thing is? It's not a moon, baby. Come on, baby. That's the nebula, man. Which one? Is it the belt or is the other three pillars? Ah, yeah, portal. We'll come back to that. See? Bam! I don't lie. They do, though. Where the Anunnaki cats at, bro? They can't be too far from, There it is. Boop. That picture. Right there. That's why I couldn't remember, boy. Oh, man. I got on my videos in real time. Real life. We doing it live. They pop out like this. You know what I'm saying? It's not Jupiter. That's, again, Orion Nebula. The Death Star. Get it? That's that gelling. When you look at the moon real good, you'll see that nigga in the moon. Or covering the moon. I don't know how to say it. But last night, particularly right now in the east, you will see him right over the moon. Dark. And in the daytime, he come out looking like a fake sun. Mad of us seeing this cat like, I don't know what that is. Now we do. Orion Nebula, man. Come on, man. That's the brown dwarf star. Ruler of the lesser light. The lower gods. Get it? Not a moon. That's a satellite. We gotta go back to the nebula, the breath of God, remember? That's the breath of God right there. That's where everything starts. If you want to put a location, see? You want to put a location. That's what they're showing you. Orion Nebula. See? Big Orion, your sun, Pole Star, Sirius A, and Orion. The blood. See? You can tell. They try to hide it, color him black. Nigga, I know the thumbprint of my daddy, man. And my mommy. No matter what you do, I'ma see it. There it is again. Real time. With the wings. Look at it. Yeah. Yeah. There you Melech. Melech. Mean kingdom. There they are all bunched up together called Uranus. You know how it rings like that? Yeah. You gotta be original. You gotta be an 80s baby and all that before that and know this type of, you know what I mean? Cause they ain't giving it. They Pluto out, son, cause he lost his throne. But there was Neptune, Uranus. I mean, they closer to the Earth than you think. That's Neptune right there. That nigga look like Saturn sometime in the telescope. So I don't know what they be telling us. I'm saying, like, hold on, bruh. You look familiar. It's just that Saturn is pale. He lit up for some reason. But Uranus is definitely, Uranus, Jupiter. Oh, there they go. All these cats got rings, man. But they don't teach y'all that no more. They don't want y'all to know that. Because then you can be like, who can bind the chains of Orion and the chains on Saturn? Because why is it a ring around that nigga? Obviously, he has a border. you detained, you hula hoop nigga. All right, basically. So, little razzle dazzle, right? Little razzle dazzle. But let's get in today.
All right, guys, let's talk about getting you paid because I don't want to be wasting your time. Time is something you can give and never get.
Dust. Remember them spirits I just read to you about? Remember it said dust particles? Remember it said the wind? Remember it said earth elemental forces? Well, this is going to be every last one of them.
The freezing wind swept across Jinhuangdao as if to lift everything up. The camera captured the moment the father and son were knocked down by the wind, sliding across the icy road. It was a breathtaking and unbelievable sight. When you learn about the water cycle, you don't imagine it could be quite so violent. But this video shows a giant, monster-like mud flow rushing down a mountain with unstoppable force. It's not just water or rock. It's a flood of thick, black mud, sweeping away everything in its path. A vivid example of the devastation nature can unleash in the blink of an eye. A strange ring of black smoke hung in the sky, covering a small Virginia town, leaving residents bewildered and speculating about everything from the supernatural to an industrial accident. But the truth was simpler. A small explosion at a substation on the edge of town had created the terrifying sight. What do you think this giant swirling hole in the middle of the lake is? A portal to the center of the earth? No, it's just an overflow drain designed to flush out excess water when the lake is full. It acts like a giant outdoor toilet, and to the uninitiated, the sight can seem like a natural prank. Unbelievable movement from this tornado. On June 29th, 2025, South Dakota was hit by a violent twister that tore through town like something out of a disaster movie.
The history of our Earth is so different from what we can imagine.
Enjoy the journey.
You're witnessing one of the strangest atmospheric phenomena, lenticular clouds. These perfectly disc-shaped clouds form when moist air flows over high mountain terrain, creating a scene so surreal that many people mistake them for UFOs. These gruesome scenes go beyond bad weather. Winds so strong they rip roofs off as if they were paper thin. A terrifying reminder of the power of nature that cannot be ignored. A sight both fierce and overwhelming, nature's display of power leaves viewers shuddering. Cameras captured the moment America was engulfed in a winter storm. Heavy snowfall and freezing temperatures paralyzed.
I might have passed it. Spirit, a genie. That's what I wanted to catch. Make sure you saw that from the Getty up. I think another one.
Paralyzed the streets. In the middle of a white field, cows turned into living ice sculptures, standing still in the bitter cold. A massive sandstorm is sweeping across China.
There you go, another elemental.
Zero, making driving extremely dangerous. In these conditions, it's best to stop and stay put until the dust settles. No, this isn't a sci-fi or cinematic scene. It's a giant, cotton-like cloud rolling across the horizon, creating a surreal sight that leaves viewers stunned.
A pavilion.
These special clouds coalesce into a single 1 to 2 kilometers long band, hovering just 100 to 200 meters above the ground and moving at up to 60 kilometers per hour.
Wind spirits.
Both soft and with the power of a storm. Nature's wrath is unleashed. Things quickly spiral out of control, leaving behind scenes of chaos and destruction.
There we go. Right there. That's what I was waiting for. Shortly after this.
On the evening of December 9th, 2009, the Norwegian sky was lit up by a giant vortex of light. It spun, spread, and stunned thousands of people. Many thought it was an aurora, or even a sign from aliens. But the truth was more surprising. The strange phenomenon was the result of a failed Russian Bulava rocket launch, causing the rocket stage to spin out of control and create a spiral of light in the sky.
No one. See how they lie? No, it wasn't. Y'all don't want the truth of the portals of reality. Get out. It's too late. It's already in our system to know. We're telling you. You can stop lying. Trying to see that I forget anything. Of course. Have mercy. There we go. More genies.
The Northern Lights are more than just a beautiful light show. They're also a key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe. NASA recently launched a rocket from Alaska to study how solar winds interact with Earth's atmosphere. A step forward in our understanding of the planet we
The breath of God, written in your book, Minister Flame of Fire.
Live on.
That's what I wanted to show y'all. So, as you can see in the portals, see? Portals. I must have skipped over that somehow, but it's a video about that. It's old. It's about 3 months old, I think. I seen this on TikTok a while back. But, you know your boy got you. I always got you.
The rapture is a big fat deception from Satan. I hope I got your attention. There is no such thing as a rapture.
Child support was declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court. Supreme Court decision.
I had it up here, but you know they get mad and how they get mad, but there you go. Right there.
This isn't a scene from a sci-fi movie. It's a real-life moment so shocking it could take your breath away. At 3 a.m., in a remote stretch of the American Midwest, the night sky suddenly tore open. A glowing portal appeared out of thin air, more than 10 meters wide, made up of countless spinning rings. From its
pause
side, made up of countless spinning.
Didn't I just show you Uranus? Didn't I just show you this object? Don't you see your boy Anki in the middle? Pull him up when he be sitting on his little seat. You'll realize why Uranus is sideways. See that dark hand with a closed fist? Right here? That's an extended arm. Hope y'all paying attention, because I am.
Rings. From its center, a pulsing beam of blue light shot downward, blanketing the earth and...
Pause. Let's see that pic again, side by side. Well, don't we, right? It's only right. Right? It's only fair, right? Right? Well, that's that. I'm looking for Uranus. Booyah! God, boy, I love it when the Most High puts some stuff together that my brain can't. Shoo-wee! That's definitely a checkmate there. There they go. Right there. There they go. There they go. There they go. There they go. Ha ha. There they go. There they go. There they go. Little cartoon model. You ain't fooling me. But let's get back to it.
Casting an eerie, cold-hued glow over everything. Before witnesses could even react, a second portal, larger, brighter burst, opened right beside it.
Throwing something
as
in
if
there.
answering the first or waiting for something to arrive. In that instant, the sound of wind...
They already tell you that they can throw stuff in there and transport it another time and be doing it right in front of your face. Ooh, look at the lightning. That's what they say. Right?
Look out! That's a meteorite crashing to planet Earth. Dashcams caught the flaming trail as it blazed through the blue sky. Here it is in slow motion. And get this, the meteorite crashed into a house.
Remember what I read to you? 15 feet or whatever. Then they go and hurt the wicked. Remember? Read that in the Bible and in that thing. Okay. Make sure it makes some sense.
It came straight through the ceiling and left a hole in the floor.
Someone could have been very seriously hurt.
Planetary
The Bible says God will start throwing hot coals of rocks at people. Still think the word is slap.
Geologist R. Scott Harris showed me a piece of the meteorite after it disintegrated on impact. Here are the other fragments. It actually went through the ceiling and into their living room. What happened?
The homeowner was actually 14 feet away at a home office desk, had on noise-canceling headset, and still heard like a very, very loud gunshot, and then actually saw little bits of debris bouncing into the room where he was at.
Get this, the meteorite is 4.56 billion years old, older than Earth itself. Now that's...
That nigga landed in the water? What waters that was. So, everything I read to you, I show you in our time. Isn't that nice? Without even trying. Like studying, trying to put this video with this video. No, simultaneously synchronicity on its own. Things should take place if you're in the right foot steps with the Most High, or the Holy Spirit, we should say. What y'all think? Think about what I say. But I know what the Most High is showing me. I see it. They've been lying with some things, and some things are self-explanatory, because like he said, I already put it in your heart chakra. So it don't matter what who and what say or whatever say. It's about when you magnate to that true power, eh? And then you will be able to see and speak what one can't, because you got the spirit and the spirit in you, then it know what it said when it said, let there be light, let there be this, let there be that. Then that's the one I'm gonna go talk to. These monkey niggas around here, they don't know what they looking at. All right, so I'm done with man and his shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, once I looked in the Bible and I said, oh my God, I saw a heart and a mind and said, who knows the mind of the Lord? For out of the heart flows the issues. I was done. That was it. What the hell is this doing in the sky? You know what I'm saying? Hey man, starting to see things like they're supposed to be. That's the best way I can tell you. All right, so you got these guys. They be lying. These are children of the night. You got to put Nibiru, Nepicity, Saru, Mayatim, Uktu, Yuri, the lead object, yellow moon, them are children of the day. Your world, you know what I'm saying? You understand about the biblical aspect of the Sabbath, but you're Lord over them, which angels are beneath our feet, so that's accurate. But when they start doing boo-boo like this is the pole star, not the sun. All right? Every night you look, you see the moon, all them niggas suck around the pole. Pole star, Sirius A, and Venus sometime be out in the day, but they ain't no day star. All right? Sometimes Jupiter, because they got saved, they were grafted in. Your Angelos is your Gentiles. John for Patmos. Corinthian niggas. Thessalonia, which is Pegasus and all that. Yeah, other side of the ice wall, y'all say. But, to be exact, to let you know, I know what I'm talking about. I call these cities out and on the ancient map. Pick your red carpet tongue up off your mouth. Because it has to change your world after that. Then you start understanding, oh, these 7 churches is them damn wicked heathens, them old Zeus worshippers and all that. You read about your boy Paulos, a.k.a. Paul, going in through the Acts. You know what I mean? Yeah. Nothing no different in the beginning, because in the beginning he was called Pele, Paulo, P-E-L-L-E. Okay, so there's Apollo, Polyon, there's Abaddon, Pele, Paulo, Pole, Solaris, and a Sauron. Most y'all don't talk about. That's the center of the universe. You forgot that. So, this is the night, children. This is the moon. They just don't want to tell you. That's why you say the blueprint of the moon is the earth. Stop it, stupid. That's the map, okay? The red nebula, gelatin, surrounds that thing and flecks off the sun. You have your land. Didn't they say you on a projector screen called Matrix? Wake up. All right? You only surrounded by light, baby. All right? Without the light, you don't exist. So I guess what's going to happen when the solar sun loses its light? If you are not the bright and rising soul, you won't shine, will you? There it is in Nibiru. See? But it's not those guys. That map I show you, just in case some new guys be like, where he just making up names and stuff? I will show you some of those names. You might not see Maya. I got to look at my phone and transfer it over to my tablet. But let me give you a little taste. You can type it up. What that thing called? Google. Also. But I think you got to put the guy from Montana to get the actual accurate map. Well, I'm going to show you so you can... Oh, man. I'm going to have to... Swoop. That thing is way down there when we first started. Then I erased some pics too, y'all. But I know I got it. Everything is getting harder to find on the internet because they're erasing stuff. That's why you have to screenshot what you know is the truth. For your own safety, not to teach, because, you know, the internet's going to be cut off, so who you going to tell? So you're going to need that information for yourself. They might cut the internet off, but they can't stop your information in your device. All right? That way you keep a memory. You got a note. You'll start seeing things and be like, oh yeah. Start connecting the dots that you forgot. I'm telling you, I'll be doing it. Bruh. Now I know that I ain't had to do all this. The enemy is upset. Oh well, I did my job. That's another version of what I just showed you. Another way they show you that. Alright, man, give me the Nibiru map. I ain't got time to be playing with you monkeys. No, I'm persistent, man. I will burn time until I find what I'm looking for. I don't care. I don't care. I'm saying? So, take my little slow time here. I just need one pick. Just one. One to show you the real map. I've done it a million times. Oh, real time. There it is. The Orion moon gelatin thing we be looking at that be causing the solar eclipse along with Mercury, who puts out lights. Can't forget that. Mercury somewhere in the facility. That's when they put it in with the light mixed with the dark. I'm trying to show you the day map, the day star map. I'm definitely not going to look on the internet because it takes forever. They're going to give me a whole bunch of crap I don't want. There you go. Tell you if I be persistent. And it shows you real time. And in case you be like, man, it's a cartoon. Nigga, look at it right there then, nigga. See? Easter time. Utu. Utu moon. Nepicity. Yuri. Skull from He-Man. Power of the Skull Temple. I'm saying, like, yo, these niggas is crazy out here. Yellow moon, right there. It don't got your Zachariah Ifa woman, lead object, circle of rock, lead, and Mayatum. That's what's missing. Mayat of the Kemet, Spirit, Truth of Justice. Your book, John 4:24, to be exact. Yeah, that's in America, baby. Montana, land of the Enos from Utah. Utah, the only land named Enoch, and the whole god doggone lands of the 7 continents. Okay? So there ain't no mistake there. So start your information from there. And you'll find out Tymeria is older than you thought. You formerly call America. America is like a third name given by the French, who ruled last. Yeah? Hey, man. If you're willing to open up to the Holy Spirit breath, it will teach you, not the person. Isn't that what Yeshua say? Worship what you can't see. Braka, y'all.